Hello everybody, it's Dyrus Gaming, and today I want to talk about a hidden gem that's on Steam, and then it also has its own launcher. It's an MMO that came out in 2009 that is called Fallen Earth. What is Fallen Earth? So Fallen Earth is, let's say if you took Fallout, mixed it with a little bit of Mad Max, essentially. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. It has probably one of the biggest gaming maps in gaming history. Especially for MMO wise, it has 1,100 square miles, and it breaks up in different sectors. Now, one thing that's different with this game compared to a lot of other games is there is no loading screens. Everything's 100% rendered in the game. So you know, it's not like if you're familiar with like Fallout, when you go into a building, you got to go through a loading screen to get into it, so forth. In Fallen Earth, it's not the case. Everything's there. The game's broken up in sectors, which all combine to be part of the Grand Canyon province here, which I'm showing you on the map. Okay, so all of this is the whole map, just to give you an idea. So, like Sector 1, which is where I'm at now, this is all Sector 1. Okay, when you go up to this way, you'll move into Sector 2. Now, like I said, there's no loading screens, so you just travel over. So this is Sector 2 of the map. And then, same thing as you go down to different sectors. Just going to briefly go through it so you guys can see. Yeah. Now, one thing that makes this game pretty unique is, well, for one, most MMOs are usually fantasy-based, or especially when it comes to 2009, fantasy-based tab targeting. Action combat wasn't really a thing yet. This game has action combat with hotbar setup. If you guys have played, let's say, Secret Worlds by Funcom, one thing a lot of people liked with that game is the ability to create whatever you want class-wise. At least before they remastered it, they kind of streamlined it. So Fallen Earth is like that. So you can really create any type of class that you want. You get what you call AP. You get it by leveling, as well as just being on the game. You build AP over time, and you use AP to level up stats, skills, and mutations. So you would start off with, like, you know, your mutation type, your weapon type, and whatever you're going to choose is going to really determine what stats you're going to go, you know, for your build. You can mismatch, you know, here and there. You can't really do all of them because you're going to miss out on maxing out certain AP. But let's say, you know, a build's not working out and you want to essentially change it. That's not a big thing. You can actually buy these injectors, and they're based on whatever level you are, and they're going to be sold at certain towns. You would use these ejectors, and it will allow you to take some of the AP away for whatever you want, and then put it on whatever you want. So you just buy, you know, enough injectors for how much AP you want to take away and move around. So let's say you're trying one weapon set, it's not really working for you. That's fine. You can get that AP back and move it to whatever you want to go. So don't feel like if you mess up your build, you have to start a new character. No, you just get your injectors. Another nice thing about Fallen Earth is it is a full player economy, real-time crafting. So like certain items can take quite a bit of time to make, which is fine, because what you can essentially do is you can build up like a crafting bar with stuff to craft, and it even works while you're offline, which is something a lot of people do to level up certain crafting skills, which is pretty nice. Now I want to talk about why I recommend playing Fallen Earth. Okay, so history of Fallen Earth, like I said, it started in 2009. It actually was made by an indie team that is actually stationed in the United States. History of it is a couple of the guys that started this project actually went to college together. They started making this game in college. They built this game because they got tired of traditional MMOs, and they really wanted to make something different. And why not go to the apocalypse? It's great. Great world to kind of go with. You don't really have anything out there that does it even to this day. I mean, you have Fallout 76, but that's more of a lobby-based game, not a full-fledged MMO. Okay. Then I think about a year and a half later, 2 years later, Game First in buying the game. So the game used to be a subscription-based model. Game First bought it, turned it into a free-to-play game, which had options where you can purchase certain things to make life easy. I wasn't necessarily was pay to win. The only issue was Game First, so they didn't really do much with the game. So in 2019, the servers ended up shutting down, went completely offline. And then out of nowhere, a company called Little Orbit here purchased APB Reloaded as well as Fallen Earth in a sale. Okay. And then 2 years later, after the servers went offline, they actually decided to bring it back on, and they released it as Fallen Earth Classic. Now, one thing that they did is they released it where it's 100% free. There is no cash shop or anything in the game. You play free. Why did they do this? Well, because they're actually remastering the game into a new engine. They're moving the game to Unity for coders out there. So this game is built on C++, which is what a lot of older MMOs are kind of built off. It's a lot of older programs in general. So they're actually working on moving it out of C++ to modern code, as well as moving it to Unity. The purpose for this is allow this game to be able to run a lot better, be able to compete with modern MMOs. They'll have lower graphics. They're going to be streamlining a lot of the mechanics in the game, changing some stuff to kind of get it ready for today's time. The other issue was so Fallen Earth is actually built on an old Linux server-wise, and it is a version of Linux that is no longer supported. So they actually run these servers on a virtual machine right now, keep them up for the fan base deploying to a new one. They're also talking about being able to move your data from your old character over to the new one. Unless if you have like dupe items, those dupe items will not carry over. It's where someone kind of used the system to duplicate an item. Those items will not carry over. One of the developers, Matt, actually did an MAA. You can find it on YouTube about a month ago in October, explaining where they're at with it. So right now they're pretty far in the language of rewriting with C++ code and moving it to new server, and then the process of development, which is kind of slower after that. So that's kind of like a little bit of the background of Fallen Earth and where it's at now. But the great thing about it is it's free. And I don't mean like free to play with cash shops, buy this, buy that. There's no pay to win. There's nothing you buy. It's 100% free. It's a very dedicated community, mostly pretty nice. There's so much to do in this game, from if you like combat, if you like lore, if you like exploring, it's got it all. It's got a really unique story as well, so kind of give you an idea. So I'm going to read a little bit of the backdrop here for you guys. It's 2156, and the world has been destroyed by both nuclear and biochemical means. The story takes place in one of the few habitable places left of the world, the Grand Canyon. As a clone, with an uncertain past, your job is survival in a world now built on destruction, betrayal, and fragile faction alliances. So that's one thing that's really cool too, is you can actually pick a faction that you want to join. So there's a bunch of different factions, and how certain towns or communities will react to you. It's based off of what faction you get. Explore, harvest, and stake your claim to over 1,000 square kilometers of harsh, mysterious terrain. Another really cool thing about Fallen Earth 2 is, so if you can there's player created towns in this. Once you get further in the game, which is really cool. So something to look forward to as well. So here, the classic achievements of non-linear gameplay allows you to play the character you want. Join a random dynamic events. So they have dynamic events here. To capture resources, invade towns, capture and hold progress towns, fight through instances, take part in a rich faction backstory, make a living by selling what you salvage, crap on the auction house. Fallen Earth gives you the freedom to do exactly as you want. The world may be a shadow of its former self, but there is no limit to what's possible to you to accomplish. So, like it suggests, is there's no actual linear path. Now, there is certain quests to go with the story, but you can kind of play the game the way you want. You're not one way or the other is not going to be wrong. It's whatever you choose to play. There is a variety of different weapons and armor types. I think there's over 150 or 160 different actual weapon types within different types of weapons within a weapon type, which is absolutely amazing. So many different armor varieties. There's a wardrobe system, so you can really customize your character, get it to look and feel like the way you guys want. It's got a bunch of different mounts. So there is animal mounts. So horses, there is a giant wolf dog you can get. There is ATV, there's different motorcycle mounts, there's different car mounts in the game. It's got a very Mad Max vibe to it, which is really cool. There is a quick travel system. You have to unlock these LifeNet pods, and you would use these to travel to certain ones. You just actually have to go there to click on the computer that's inside it, and you unlock that as a fast travel. It takes a little bit of money to do it. Currency that the game actually uses, I'll show you guys here, is poker chips. So that is going to be your currency system. I really recommend coming to play Fallen Earth. It's a game you don't have to rush to get to end game. It's a game that's all about exploring and know, if you like to craft or if you just like to combat, or like I said, you know, if you like the backstory or learn the lore, it has a lot of that. If you're a huge Fallout fan, or you just like the whole end of the world type of scenario where it feels very lonely, big, open world, this game is definitely going to be for you. Even a game that was made from 2009 still holds up very well today. Now, the combat or the animations of attacking is a little bit wonky. But other than that, everything else in the game and just what you can do and how you can play is absolutely amazing. I would say it's really not too hard to get into. You know, if you take your time. The other thing is too, there's plenty of people in the game that will be able to help you out with items, tell you how to get certain items, tell you to go for certain quests. The other thing is too, the Fallen Earth Wiki is highly updated. It's going to show you guys locations for different stuff, and you can learn a lot off of it. So I recommend trying to play it, check it out as well. But this is kind of my take on Fallen Earth, and making a video to kind of get people to come play it. If you guys do want to play, I do run a little guild here called Volga. You guys are more than welcome to send me messaging game, and you know, love to have you guys, especially if you're new or even returning. My guild is mostly a social and casual guild. You know, this is a place to hang out, stuff like that. There's a Discord, which you can also see in the description on my YouTube channel as well. I really hope you guys liked the video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.